Hey folks, this is BestInSlot and welcome back to our Jurassic World Evolution 2 Mods of the Week Spotlight Series. 6 mods to showcase today, 3 which are brand new for this week and 3 which I dug around a little bit in the past to see if we could find, much like the scientists off Jurassic Park, dug around in the past to see if I could find some cool things I'd missed to showcase. Before we get started, quick disclaimer, as per usual, mods can and probably will, especially if there's a big update, break your game. If they do break your game, it's not my fault, it's not the mod maker's fault, and most certainly not Frontier's fault. It's your fault, you big old nincompoop. Following on for that, it's probably also Asmodeus' fault. Asmodeus couldn't be with us this week. He's off on a Shock Jock radio station show, probably writhing around in a pool of jello. Right, let's get started. So our first mod for today, I'm going to load up the Hatchery. And you'll see here, the dinosaur names are in the Jurassic Park font. So everything's in the Jurassic Park font, basically. And this is the Jurassic Park font mod by Luke in Greek. And it does what it says on the tin. It replaces your text with this Jurassic Park font. It lowers the readability a little bit, but in terms of upping the thematic oomph, this is obviously a really good thing. I don't like that this has been changed to italics. All this text here, I wish that hadn't been, because I think that's actually a downgrade. But in terms of the main text, you can see the numbers over here and the numbers here and stuff like that, and all this text down here replaced with the Jurassic Park font, I think actually looks really cool. It's a really nice little change if you want to give it that little thematic oomph. If we ever get to the point where we can recolor the UI and make it orange, then that, combined with this, is going to be a really cool retro Jurassic Park kind of combo. Whilst we're in the Hatchery, I'm going to show you another mod. Just scroll down to find a dinosaur, or non-dinosaur in this case. As you can see, Dimetrodon has been renamed Dimetrodon limbatus. This is the paleo-accurate localization mod by Orangetail. Now, as far as I can tell, it doesn't work entirely with the Jurassic Park font mod. Or it doesn't work. I'm not sure which it is. I believe it doesn't work with the Jurassic Park font mod. Basically, all the DLC creatures have their full scientific names. Minmi, Paravertebra. I had to call it Minmi there because of I'm doing science. Pyroraptor Olympius. Basically, all the DLC creatures now have their full binomial scientific binomials names. Blah, 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 blah. It just hasn't quite worked for all the others, and I believe that is because of the Jurassic Park font mod. So the two won't work together, but you can pick if you want extra science or if you want extra Jurassic Park, basically. Either way, two very cool mods. Third on the list, I always mess up this bit. Third on the list, we have a new path mod by Triclaw Gaming. We showcased that in the past. It was like just some new path types, generally speaking, but we've got some really cool ones now. So this is actually a biome themed pack for a desert pack, which is a really, really cool idea, because what it means is that you can install the ones, and I know that Triclaw Gaming is working on more of these. You can install the ones that fit your park the best. So if you wanted to build like a desert kind of park, well then you'd use this one. So this is like a black sort of sand, as you can see. And our main thoroughfare is like this Egyptian looking kind of sandy sort of brick, as you can see. And the best of the bunch, actually very cool. Love how this is worked out with this tileable texture. As you can see, it's got like, it's brick, sure, but it's got like hieroglyphics on it. So again, if you wanted to build, I think, like a desert-themed park, this would be a really, really cool way to do it. You could definitely sell that vibe a little bit stronger just by installing the correct biome path pack. You should, of course, back up your regular path packs before that, but I'm really excited to see what else they do. And this makes me want to build a desert park. And whatever else they do next, they'll be, oh, maybe I want to build that park. Because it's actually a really nice added level of thematic oomph. I'm all about the thematic oomph today. Before we check out our dinosaurs, one more mod to check out. This is the Operation Genesis reskin by ST809. Oh, will be, yeah, there we go. Look at this absolute beauty. So this, oh, much too speedy. This re-textures the DFW helicopter into the Jurassic Park Operation Genesis iteration, that sort of camo skin with the light green at the back and everything like that. I'm going to bring up a comparison image. Let me get that in a good position. There you go. Not a big deal or anything, don't get me wrong, but I just think it looks great. And it's a nice little, little blast of nostalgia. We've even got, back here, that classic, this is my favourite Jurassic Park logo ever made. I think it's really cool. That classic Jurassic Park logo you see all the time in the old stuff, and you see on the Kenner toys and stuff like that. So just a really nice dose of nostalgia with this. And one that I might keep on for funsies. Just look at it. What an absolute beauty. We can pretend we're now herding our dinosaurs and stuff, you know. This is not good. What are we going to do? You know. No, you don't say that. You say message from Dr. Sattler. We need to be able to modify audio files so that every voice line in the game is message from Dr. Sattler. Anyways, there we go. So those are our 4 non-dinosaur mods. So we're still in the era of texture changes and stuff like that. We're still not on, you know, new models, yada, yada, yada. I expect modding to kick off in a big way when that becomes available, because I think people are being, like, held back at this point in time. And again, that's not a slight on anyone, because I know it's a very difficult thing to do. And actually, it's interesting because people are so limited in some ways, this kind of makes your creativity have to work a little bit harder, which ends up with some really cool stuff. So let's check out some dinosaurs. So, here we go. This is a... actually looks really good. This is a replacement mod for the feathered T-Rex. And basically, this is a pack. The all T-Rex skins with feathers by Velociraptor fan. And what they've done is created a pack that basically... it does replace your... as I say, your feathered T-Rex, because we can't do the actual swaps quite yet. But you'll be able to choose from the pack which one you want. So if you wanted Big Eatie, which is the one we've got here, or if you wanted the Lost World male buck or the Lost World female doe, etc., you replace your feathered Rex with those files in the mod, and it'll give you a feathered variant of that Tyrannosaurus Rex, which I think is a really cool idea. And I've got to say, she looks really good with the feathers. I actually don't like the feathered Rex in this game. I know that might be slightly blasphemous, I don't know if it is. It's just something about it doesn't quite work for me, but this one works a lot better. I think she looks fantastic. I think maybe because the feathers blend in with the colour of the Rex a little bit better maybe than they do with the 65 million years ago one. Yeah, looks really nice actually. I might keep that on. I think that's actually an improvement. I really like that. So that's our Big Eatie, but feathered edition. And like I said, there's other options out there as well if you wanted to download and try those out. Speaking of Big Eatie, when the Camp Cretaceous pack came out, we got near enough everything. There were a couple notable additions, like the Smilodon, for example, we still don't have. Mammals, is Mammal a step too far for this game? We'll have to wait and see. But out of the expected additions, we got all of them mainly, except one. We never got Little Eatie until now. Ah, dramatic noises. So, this is Little Eatie by Loco Young. I don't know if it's Jung or Young, I really don't. But who's doing some really, really good work with texture updates and stuff like that for Jurassic World Evolution 2. And they've got some really exciting plans as well. I know Spinosaurus is next on the list. Excited to check that out. And this replaces your default Jurassic World Evolution Tyrannosaurus Rex with a Little Eatie texture. So the striping and stuff like that is basically all based on Little Eatie. This is Svalbard with no patterns over the top. I really appreciate the people who, and you know, basically everyone did it this week, who provide lots of photos, lots of images. It's Little Eatie on Little Eatie action. Man, that is actually such a good social animation. You forget how good that is when you don't see it for long. But yeah, it retextures her to look more like Little Eatie. It's got all the striping and stuff like that, and you can have this in various colours if you wanted a variety on Little Eatie. It's actually just quite a nice looking Rex. It's a little bit more interesting with that striped pattern. And of course, all the texture maps and stuff like that, all the diffuse maps has all been, the ambient occlusion, I believe, has all been updated to look even better. She looks really, really good, doesn't she? I'm really impressed. I'm no big CC advocate or anything like that, but the dinosaur designs are really good. I actually haven't seen the new season yet. I will get on that. I might do a video on it, we'll see. But yeah, she looks fantastic. Really good work by Loco Jung. It could be Young, it could be Jung. I assume it's Jung. I'm going to go with Jung. Loco Jung. So, good job by Loco Jung on this Little Eatie. Now, you can have Big Eatie, who's, you know, feathered in her old age, and you've got Little Eatie and Big Eatie finally together. I don't know why, considering this was such an easy thing to integrate, it never made it into the game, but Yeah, there you go. She's just really not moving, is she? Right, we will end it there then. Shout out to Lucan Greek, Orange Tail, Tricolor Gaming, ST809, Velociraptor Fan, and Loco Jung for all the mods this week. Some really, really cool stuff, considering, you know, we still can't edit models, etc. Did have to go back in time for a few of these, but the Path mod and the 2 T-Rexes are both from this week. I did expect to not be able to do this video this week, but when I started looking into it, I thought, you know what, there's plenty of cool stuff to show here, so shout out to the mod makers for keeping me alive. Whether we will next week, we'll have to wait and see. There's a lot of map mods being uploaded to the Nexus at the moment, which is totally fine. But there's still a lack of actual new mods to showcase a lot of times. I'm very excited about this next Biome Path pack and what Local Jung does next with this rejigging series. This looks so good though, yeah. Really, just a really cool set. Thank you very much for joining me. Throw me a like down below if you enjoyed the video. We'll be back tomorrow with our Biodome Park. I'll see you lovely folks then. Thanks for joining me. Cheers much of as always. Shut up you. Bye-bye.
Reaching out.